Hola, Mr. Confederate Patriot. Thank you for your kind words, but I must respectfully disagree with you. Um, the Confederate flag has always been a symbol of hate and oppression. People who have used the flag have used it as a symbol of oppression. The founder of the Ku Klux Klan was Nathan Bedford Forrest, none other than a former Confederate general. Most of the forming members of the Klan were former Confederate soldiers and former slave owners. These are some of the statistics of violence perpetrated in the South by Confederate patriots for people who held antebellum Southern views of race relations. Well, and for the first thing we have to look at is a massacre of African American soldiers perpetrated by Nathan Bedford Forrest at the Battle of Fort Pillow, in which he killed multiple black Confederate soldiers after they had surrendered and laid down their arms. A joint committee of Congress found that the soldiers had laid down their arms and they were killed indiscriminately and in cold blood. Now on to our next record. During Reconstruction, the former Confederate soldiers who made up the Confederate, who made up the Ku Klux Klan killed over 600 black Republican elected officials. In 1923, they killed the whole town of Rosewood, Florida, killing more than, let's see here. Over several, and there's not. There's, and from the record, there's at least 20 blacks for sure who were killed and 4 whites as sympathizers. However, there's speculated by authorities to be much higher numbers buried in mass graves somewhere yet to be discovered. However, we do know that the mob of Rosewood, made up of Ku Klux Klan people who also used the Confederate flag, burned all the black churches in Rosewood and black African American controlled businesses, and basically killed indiscriminately African American males, women, and children. Then we have the Tulsa race riots, which happened in 1921, killed 26 blacks, 13 whites, and injured, maimed 800 other African Americans. We have the death of Emmett Till, in which he was lynched by the Klan in August 28, 1955. We have the death of the 4 little girls in the Birmingham church bombing in 1964. We have the death of Medgar Evers in 1964, all killed by the Klan, all killed by those holding to Confederate ideals and antebellum Southern views. We have the killing of Dr. Martin Luther King in 1968. We have the Greensboro massacre in Michigan by Klans members and neo-Nazis using the Confederate flag. So, in conclusion, the Confederate flag is not a symbol of peace or Southern history. It's a symbol that's been used since the Confederate War as a symbol of oppression, regardless of one's uh, nostalgic view of the flag, and I use that term politely. It is still a symbol of oppression, used at multiple massacres of African Americans and white American sympathizers who are fighting for their rights or just living their lives, such as in Rosewood or Tulsa, and were massacred. We can't say this is a flag of peace when it's clearly a flag of oppression. So thank you for listening, and I hope you'll do more research into these massacres and how people who hold the Confederate views have supported these most tragic events in our history. Thank you.